You have been lied to your entire life about money. Everyone in your life told you the same thing. Save your money. Put it away for a rainy day. Build up a nest egg for retirement. And if you just keep saving and accumulating cash for 40 years, one day you will be rich and happy. Except that never happens. And the proof is all around you. Look at all the people who followed that advice. They saved their whole lives. They have money sitting in retirement accounts, and they are still broke, still stressed, still unable to afford the life they actually want to live right now. Here is the harsh truth they did not tell you. Cash accumulation is a trap. It is a system designed to keep you poor while making other people rich. The real secret to wealth is not how much money you have sitting in a bank account collecting dust. It is how much money flows through your life every single month. Cash flow beats cash accumulation every single time. And once you understand why, you will never look at money the same way ever again. I will show you the math that changes everything. Let's say you want to become a millionaire. That is the goal, right? Have $1 million. So you start saving. You are disciplined. You cut back on everything. You save $100 per month. How long will it take you to accumulate $1 million at $100 per month? Take a guess. The answer is 833 years. 833 years. You will be dead for 750 years before you hit your goal. But okay, maybe $100 per month is too low. Let us say you can save $1,000 per month. That is way more than most people can actually save. How long now? 83 years. You will be 100 years old before you have your $1 million, and you will be too tired to spend it. But wait, what if you could save $10,000 per month? Most people cannot do this. Maybe 10% of the population can save $10,000 per month, but let us pretend you can. How long now? 8.3 years. Finally, a number that sounds achievable. Except here is the problem. You just spent 8 years sacrificing everything to accumulate this $1 million. And now you have it. Congratulations, you are a millionaire. But here's the question. If you spend $1 of that $1 million, are you still a millionaire? Nope. So the whole game becomes about not spending the money you worked so hard to save. Before we go deeper into why this system is designed to fail you, if you are tired of following financial advice that keeps you broke while making other people rich, hit that subscribe button right now. This is Money Trap Channel, and we are building a community that understands how money actually works. We expose the systems designed to trap you in poverty. Subscribe, because what comes next will change how you think about money forever. Now here is where it gets interesting. Let us say you did it. You saved your $1 million. You invested it at 6% annual returns, which is pretty conservative. That gives you $60,000 per year. $60,000 divided by 12 months gives you $5,000 per month. So $1 million accumulated and invested gives you $5,000 per month in cash flow. $5,000 per month is your reward for having $1 million in the bank. But here is the magic. Two things that equal the same thing are also equal to each other. If having $1 million gives you $5,000 per month in cash flow, then anything that gives you $5,000 per month in cash flow is equal to having $1 million. Did you catch that? You do not need to save $1 million. You just need to create $5,000 per month in passive income. And creating $5,000 per month in cash flow is way easier and way faster than saving $10,000 for 8 years. This is why cash flow destroys cash accumulation. Because you can start creating cash flow today. Not in 8 years. Today. And every dollar of monthly cash flow you create is equivalent to having $20 accumulated and invested. So, if you create $1,000 per month in passive cash flow, that is the same as having $200,000 in the bank earning interest. If you create $5,000 per month, that is $1 million. If you create $10,000 per month, that is $2 million. You see how the game completely changes when you focus on flow instead of accumulation. Do you know what makes this even better? When you focus on cash accumulation, you are always scared to spend. You worked so hard to save that money. Every purchase feels like you are destroying your progress. You are trapped between wanting to enjoy your life now and trying to save for some future version of yourself that might never exist. But when you focus on cash flow, you can spend the flow and still keep the source, the money regenerating. You can buy what you want with this month's cash flow, and next month more cash flow comes in. You are not eating your seed corn. You are harvesting the crop while the seeds keep growing. And this is where most people completely misunderstand wealth. They think rich people have a lot of money saved up. That is not how it works. Rich people have a lot of money flowing in. Every month, every week, every day. Their wealth is not sitting still. It is moving. Cash flow is how the wealthy actually live. They do not wait until they are 65 to enjoy their money. They engineer their finances so money comes in consistently, and they spend that flow while building more sources of flow. Let me give you a real example of how this works. Let us say you write a book. You spend 3 months writing it. You publish it. That book now sells copies every single month. Maybe it makes you $1,000 per month. You wrote it once. You get paid forever. That is cash flow. Or you create an online course. You record the videos once. People buy it every month. $500 per month in cash flow. Or you buy a rental property. You pay for it once, but it generates rent every month. Another source of cash flow. Or you build an audience and do affiliate marketing. You recommend products you actually use. People buy them. You get paid every month. Do not forget to check the description for our affiliate marketing products. I promise you will love them. Each of these individually might seem small. 1,000 here, 500 there. But add up 5 sources of $1,000 per month each, and suddenly you have $5,000 in monthly cash flow. That is equivalent to being a millionaire, except you did not have to save for 80 years. You built income streams over maybe 2 or 3 years. And now you can live on that cash flow while your money in the bank keeps growing because you are not touching it. This is how you win at both. You get cash flow for today and cash accumulation for tomorrow. Now let us talk about why the system wants you focused on accumulation instead of flow. Banks love it when you save money with them. You know why? Because when you deposit money in a bank, they do not just hold it for you. They use your money to make more money. They lend it out. They invest it. They profit from it. It is free money for them, and they pay you maybe 1% interest if you are lucky. Meanwhile, they are making 5, 10, 15% returns using your money. You are funding their cash flow while you sit there accumulating crumbs. The same thing happens with retirement accounts. They tell you to put your money away for 40 years. Lock it up where you cannot touch it. Pay penalties if you need it early. And while your money sits there, financial institutions are using it to generate profits. Your focus on accumulation makes them rich through cash flow. They convinced you to delay your life so they can enjoy theirs right now. This is the scam. They teach you to accumulate so they can flow. And here is another problem with pure accumulation: inflation. Every year, your money loses value. If you have $10,000 sitting in a bank account earning 1% interest, but inflation is running at 3 or 4%, you are losing money. Your cash is being eaten alive. Accumulation without growth is actually loss. But if you have cash flow coming in every month, you can adjust. You can raise your prices. You can create new income streams. Cash flow adapts to inflation. Cash sitting in a bank does not. This is why people who focus only on saving often end up broke anyway. They save their whole lives, and then one emergency wipes them out. Medical bill, car repair, job loss. Suddenly that nest egg they spent decades building is gone, and they are back to zero. But if you have cash flow, an emergency might hurt 1 month, but next month more money comes in. You recover. You adapt. You keep moving. Cash flow is resilient. Accumulation is fragile. I am not saying accumulation is bad. I am not telling you to spend every dollar you make. Accumulation has a place, but it should never be your primary strategy. Your primary focus should always be building cash flow first. Get your monthly income up. Create multiple streams. Build passive and semi-passive income sources. And then, once you have strong cash flow, you can accumulate the excess. This way, you get both. You live well today and you build wealth for tomorrow. But if you focus only on accumulation, you end up with neither. You sacrifice today for a tomorrow that might never come. So how do you actually build cash flow? There are basically 3 categories: active income, semi-passive income, and passive income. Active income is your job. You trade time for money. This is fine. You need it to survive, but it has a ceiling. You only have so many hours in a day. You can work full-time. You can work overtime. You can work a side job. But eventually, you max out on time. And when you are anchored to time, your income is capped. The main goal is to disconnect income from time. That is where semi-passive income comes in. This is stuff like freelancing or consulting or service businesses. You do the work once, but you get paid more per hour than a regular job. A plumber might make $20 an hour working for someone else. But if he starts his own plumbing business, he might charge $100 an hour. Same work, 5 times the pay. Why? Because he is capturing the full value instead of letting an employer take the spread. This is semi-passive because you still trade time for money, but the rate is way higher. And often you can systematize it so you are not doing all the work yourself. Then you have passive income. This is the holy grail. Income that comes in whether you work or not. Rental properties, dividend stocks, online courses, affiliate marketing, royalties from books or music, digital products. Any system where you build it once and it pays you repeatedly. This is what wealthy people focus on. They spend their time building assets that generate passive cash flow. And once those assets are built, they keep producing income without ongoing effort. Here is the key insight most people miss. You do not need $1 million to start building passive income. You can start with $100 or even 0. If you have skills, you can create something. Write an ebook, record a course, start a YouTube channel, build a blog. None of these require startup capital. They just require time and effort up front. And once they are built, they can generate income for years or even decades. Let me give you another way to think about this. Imagine you have a choice. Option 1, save aggressively for 40 years and retire at 65 with $1 million. Option 2, spend the next 3 to 5 years building income streams that generate $5,000 per month in passive income. Which would you choose? Because mathematically, they are equivalent. $1 million invested gives you $5,000 per month. $5,000 per month in passive income is the same as being a millionaire. Except in option 2, you get the benefits now instead of waiting 40 years. And here is what makes option 2 even better. Once you have $5,000 per month in cash flow, you can still save. You can take that $5,000 and spend $3,000 on lifestyle while saving or investing $2,000. Now you are building accumulation on top of your cash flow. In 5 or 10 years, you will have both the cash flow and the nest egg. But if you spend 40 years just accumulating, you only have the nest egg. And you wasted 40 years of your life not enjoying the money you were earning. This is why every financial education system is designed to keep you focused on accumulation. They want you sacrificing your present for an uncertain future They want you too scared to spend, too scared to invest in yourself, too scared to take risks that might increase your income. Because if you stay scared and focused on saving, you stay poor. And poor people are easier to control. They need their jobs. They need their employers. They cannot take risks because they have no safety net. But people with cash flow have options. They have leverage. They can say no to bad deals. They can invest in opportunities. They can take calculated risks. Cash flow is freedom. Accumulation is often just a well-decorated prison. So here's what you do. Step 1. Keep your job if you have one. You need income to survive while you build. Step 2. Use your spare time to create income streams. Start small. Maybe you do freelance work on weekends. Maybe you create a digital product. Maybe you start an affiliate marketing side hustle. Pick something that matches your skills and interests. Step 3. Reinvest the early profits. Do not blow your first $1,000 on stuff. Use it to build the next income stream. Compound your cash flow. Step 4. Once you have enough cash flow to cover your basic expenses, then you can start thinking about accumulation. But not before. The goal is simple. Stop working for money and start making money work for you. Stop trading time for dollars and start building systems that generate dollars without your time. Stop focusing on how much you have saved and start focusing on how much comes in every month. This is the shift that changes everything. This is how wealth is actually built, not by penny pinching for decades, but by creating value once and getting paid for it repeatedly. And look, I know this sounds hard. I know it seems impossible when you are struggling just to pay bills. But that is exactly why you need to start. Because the path you are on now leads nowhere. The save everything and retire at 65 plan does not work anymore. Retirement accounts are not enough. Social Security is not enough. You need cash flow. And the sooner you start building it, the sooner you can stop living paycheck to paycheck. One more thing. People with cash flow think differently about money. When you have money flowing inconsistently, you stop being scared of spending. You start asking better questions. Instead of "Can I afford this?" you ask "How can I afford this?" Instead of "Is this too expensive?" you ask "What value does this provide?" Instead of "I need to save every dollar," you think "I need to invest dollars that return more dollars." The mindset shift is just as important as the money itself. The wealthy do not hoard money. They use money to make more. They see money as a tool, not a goal. And cash flow is the tool that gives them freedom. Freedom to work on what they want. Freedom to live where they want. Freedom to help who they want. Freedom to say no to things that do not serve them. This is what you are actually chasing, not a big number in a bank account, but the freedom that comes from having money flow through your life consistently. So stop playing the accumulation game. Start playing the cash flow game. Build income streams. Create value that gets rewarded repeatedly. Disconnect your income from your time. And watch what happens when money starts working for you instead of you working for money. This is not theory. This is how it actually works. This is how wealth is actually built. And this is how you can build it too. Lastly, once you create a cash flow, you see the game. Now you have the knowledge, which means you can create more systems to accumulate cash flow. Make sure you check out the next video that pop up on your screen. We are going even deeper into the money systems that nobody talks about, but everyone needs to understand. This is Money Trap Channel, and we will see you in the next one.